Rian Johnson, the director of Episode 8, and Mark Hamill both suggested that you don't watch this trailer. Which is interesting considering that it's filled with red herrings. Personally, I don't think these red herrings are all that effective, and they must not have thought so either. So that should make the content of this video kind of obvious, but just in case I have to say it, it's very possible that through my speculation and breaking down of the trailer, that I will unintentionally give some spoilers for the movie. Of course, we won't know if anything I'm saying is correct until the movie's release. I'm going to structure the video like this. I'm going to have the smaller, juicy stuff in the beginning and the middle, and towards the end I'm going to have the very possibly big spoilery stuff regarding the overall plot and the story and all that. Okay, let's break it down. So, Snoke is obviously talking to Rey here.
When I found you, I saw raw, untamed power, and beyond that, something truly special.
I'll get into how and why later, but this is the first red herring. They're trying to throw us off by showing Kylo Ren, and we know that Snoke was going to finish his training, but it's Rey.
Let the past die. Kill it if you have to. That's the only way to become what you were meant to be.
That sentence itself could certainly be another red herring. He could be talking about his evil past, you know, when he was younger, when he murdered younglings and destroyed Luke's Jedi school. He does show doubt in his TIE fighter when he's targeting a rebellion ship, and he smashes his mask at some point. Still, kill is kind of a harsh word for a quasi-consideration of redemption. Although, it is true that his eyes have never gone yellow, even when he was murdering his father, which should have been enough to corrupt him with the dark side, were it not for his regret in doing so. It's obvious he isn't fully one with the dark side yet. Speaking of red herrings, no, I don't think that Kylo Ren kills Leia by destroying her ship. I think he either hesitates until it's too late, he gets distracted, maybe someone like Poe comes up behind him and blasts him, or maybe the ship he's targeting goes into hyperspace. It's possible that these shots of Kylo and Leia aren't even next to each other. It could be a red herring via editing. Or she is on a ship, and she's retreating from Crate just a few scenes later, a la Hoth. And she's wearing the same makeup and golden earrings. Kylo Ren and the First Order are pursuing the retreating resistance. It's kind of hard to tell, but that is Leia standing on Crate. You can see the blast shield's teeth behind her in this shot. As we saw Kylo Ren's shuttle earlier in the Battle of Crate, she's probably waiting for him. This was a nice nod of Anakin's entrance to the Jedi Temple. Some are saying this is Mustafar, but these are snowtroopers. So this is probably Crate. And Kylo Ren doesn't have his helmet on, so this may be after he smashes it, and it could be linked to the fact that he doesn't have his helmet on in the ending scene. Kylo's TIE fighter is really cool. It's got a nice interceptor look, but from the back it looks a lot like Vader's TIE, with some minor similarities to his father's Falcon, which now belongs to Rey. Are they gonna give Kylo Ren a mustache? He's gonna look like one of the Bee Gees. Snoke is force sensitive and apparently quite powerful. Alolan Ninetails is pretty cool looking. We see some First Order AT-STs along with a plethora of other vehicles. It looks like Finn is captured and then brought aboard the Supremacy, and then Poe blows some shit up, and then Finn fights Phasma, who may or may not have more screen time. Kylo Ren knows how to spin, which is great because that's a good trick. The space battles are going to be fantastic. I really appreciate the slowness to the explosions especially. Okay. The instantly famous Kylo Ren scene at the end of the trailer. It could be a vision of Rey's in her cave trials, or it could be extremely carefully edited to be completely misleading. Parts of this trailer may not even be in the movie, kind of like Rogue One. I don't get what people find so confusing about his scar though. It could easily be his synth flesh band-aid just fell off, because the uncovered scar, this part, it looks the same to me. So I doubt a lot of time passed one way or the other. Luckily, in the trailer, we're shown that Rey is not stuck on Jedi Island the whole damn movie. I believe it really is possible the end scene with Rey and Kylo does take place, just heavily edited, including her dialogue maybe. I don't know. I think that he takes her off of the island and up to the Supremacy, Snoke's ship, where Snoke then tries to seduce her in his strange, clunky way.
Fulfill your destiny.
Now I'm gonna go in a different direction. Kylo kinda looks, I don't know, mildly not filled with hate Maybe she's getting him to take her to Snoke for some reason, you know, trying to be a false agent. Her line could kind of tie into what Snoke's telling her.
To show me my place in all this.
But that doesn't explain her pained expression here. But it could be him seeing through her plan, who knows? They may not even be on Ahch-To. The Falcon was landed there, sure, but she could have felt something in the Force, or gotten word that the First Order's attack on Crait had taken place, and then taken the Falcon to Crait, which would explain why it's within Crait's hard rock candy catacombs, and the ending scene takes place within it. You can see a kind of reddish hue behind Rey, but that doesn't explain the raining fire. Unless it was suggested that the Millennium Falcon may be destroyed in Episode 8. Well, this scene of what kind of looks like somewhat concerned screams could be moments before it crashes, and that's the fire behind Ren? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's on the Supremacy during the attack, but she has her jacket on here, but not here. I don't know. It's very vague, which is good, but at the moment, very frustrating. The last shot of the trailer with Kylo's outstretched hand feels like a reference to Vader's outstretched hand in Episode 5, which is, you know, everybody's been saying that there's going to be tons of similarities between Episode 5 and Episode 8, just like Episode 7 and Episode 4.
This is not going to go the way you think.
Is Rey going to turn to the dark side? Is she going to be a double agent? Is she going to be a gray Jedi? Surprisingly, all of those seem possible. But let me know your theories on the trailer down in the comments below. Disney has hordes of people and endless energy to make certain that no one can really figure anything concrete out for certain from these trailers. So, as much fun as I have speculating, the only thing that I really do know is that Kylo Ren is probably going to have a mustache soon.